Hello there. So today, I'm going to rank each of the armor trims, um, in Minecraft. So basically what these things are is, a sort of aesthetic thing that you can, add to any armor type, made of any material in the game. And they basically allow you to have all sorts of different cool patterns. You can also use to do that. You use a combination of the armor piece itself, an armor trim of your liking, and whatever ore in the game you'd like to use, except for coal, in order to design your armor. So let's get right into it. So, the first one we have here is Sentry. I think Sentry, it's sometimes, I don't know, in my experience it's kind of annoying to get, but this is not really so much about, again, it's not about how easy it is to get each of these types. It's simply just about like how I personally think that they look. So instead of just saying like the normal S tier to F tier, these are my categories. Hopefully you like them. If not, well, sounds like you problem. But anyways, so Sentry, um, hmm, I think I'm gonna put it in. I think I'm gonna put it in light category. It can look good, but I don't know. Generally, not the most fan of it. Probably the best piece would be the chest plate, I reckon. But everything else is kind of all right, I guess. Then we have. I don't even. Okay, I know most of these names. Most of the names, but let me go ahead and check back on here. So I have the Minecraft Wiki website. So the second one we have here is Vex, right? Um, I'm not really personally a fan of it. I think it's really cool as like as a collectible item, and I don't know, you could pull off something with it. Generally it's like a very niche sort of design. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it in like the mid category. Then we have the Wild Trim. Again, not really particularly a fan of it. I feel kind of the same. It is a little bit better than the Vex, but generally not really that great, in my opinion. Then we have Coast. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Just trying to remember what that looks like again here. So this is what it kind of looks like. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's nothing impressive, but it's kind of a simple design. I think I'm gonna put it in the alright category. Um, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think if that's the armor term I had on my armor, the only type I could get, I wouldn't be upset about that. Next we have Dune, and I think I remember what this looks like a little bit, but let me just go and pull this back up so you can see. So this is kind of what it looks like. I think that looks like pretty good. I really like the design here. Especially with like the little, especially on the chest plate here, and then kind of like the curving around it with the other two pieces here. The boost design is kind of nice. So I'm going to put it in low-key good. I think it looks pretty nice. And also, in my experience, not too hard to get. I've very frequently gotten a lot of these trims. Now, I tend to not really, I've not really been finding desert temples quite as much recently. In in a lot of my Minecraft experiences in the last few weeks. But I think it's pretty good. It's not like awesome, but I would be pretty happy to have it. Then next we have these four. Each of these is from the what is it called? I can never remember what it's called because I get confused up with. Was whatever it was called, the archaeology sites, whatever they were added in 1.20. And so you can dig up the suspicious gravel and you can find potentially any of these four trims. So let's go through this. So the first one here is Wayfinder, right? I think this one looks pretty good. I could kind of really see this one being used for stuff like kind of a steampunk thing, perhaps, especially with the helmet here. I kind of think of it as like a little glass design on that. I think this is pretty good. I would be pretty happy to have Wayfinder, so I'm going to put it in low-key good. Next, we have Razor. This one I think looks pretty good. I feel kind of mixed on it because I think it kind of just depends on what you would do with it, but I think it could look really good, especially if you do certain combinations of materials with your armor and whatnot. Although again, just really depends. Like for example, are you doing something like redstone on netherite armor, or are you trying to do like emerald on diamond or something? Because that's going to look very different. I don't know. I think it looks. I think it's pretty good. Low-key good. Next, we have Shaper. Nothing really particularly impressive. I mean, the only thing I really like here is the boots, but everything else is kind of eh. It's not. It's a very basic sort of design. Probably not. I don't know if that's necessarily like the most basic, but I don't know, you don't really have anything on the chest plate here except for just like the sleeves, which could look nice. But generally, that I'm not really trying to go for that kind of look. And if I'm doing something like that, I'm probably just going to change my skin. I don't really need an armor trim for that. So I'm just going to put it in the height category. Next thing we have host, the host trim. I don't really like it too much. I think it's just too. There's no like really interesting patterns here. It's just flat lines. I don't really like it. And then we have Ward. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it's okay. I'm not really crazy about it. I mean, the chest plate and the boots are fine, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not really my personal preference. Put it in the meh category. Then we have the famous silence trim, and I know what this looks like, but I'm just gonna pull this up here. So this is what it kind of looks like. You can get some really cool combinations with this, and it's really big flex if you have it. But in controversial opinion here, I think it looks like. I mean, I definitely think it looks good, but I don't think it's the best. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it between these two because I'm not really sure if there's like a category between these. I would put silence in that one. Then we have Tide. This is one of my personal favorites. I really like it. I think it looks really good. I really like the design here. I mean, again, I also really like the Prismarine blocking. It's you get it from the Ocean Monument. Now, it's a really big pain of how you get these, since the only way you can get them is by killing Elder Guardians. However, I think it looks really good. I'm really happy to get it. And it's kind of a fun challenge trying to get it. That is, if you, if you know what you're doing and you have like plenty of gear. I think it looks pretty good. I really like it a lot. So I'm gonna put it in like the swag because like that is pretty nice. I have it on like 3 pieces of my armor in my main survival world, so like that tells you anything. Then we have Snout. This one could look cool, but as for like on a player, I don't know. I mean, the boots are fine. The leggings are okay, but just yeah, for myself, I probably wouldn't really care that much to have it. It's just it's just nice collecting it simply just to get the advancement, as well as simply just collecting all the armor trims. Then last on the bottom here we have the rib armor trim. This is kind of like wither skeleton, sort of, or sort of withering or sort of skeletal, right? I mean, well, rib, duh, sort of vibe. I mean, I think it could look kind of cool. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm gonna put it between these because I'm not really too sure where else. I don't know. It's kind of between. I could kind of go back and forth on that. Then we have these last four, and so we have the eye trim. I think this is a really cool design. The only thing I don't really like too much is the helmet, but it's, you could always trade out for something else. I think the rest of the armor looks fantastic. I think it looks really good, especially with certain materials such as redstone, or maybe lapis, perhaps, although I don't know about that one. But yeah, especially with like redstone or maybe diamond, or even amethyst. I think any of those would look really good with this. So I think I think that's a pretty good one. Then we have Spire. Now, I have a little personal story about this armor trim. Before I get into actually placing it on here, so like I might have said this before in previous videos, daily walks or Minecraft videos or whatever, right? But I used to play Bedrock Edition, primarily, and that was on my Xbox back at my house. Right, and I was trying to get all the armor trims. I had some of them already. I didn't have all of them yet, and this was also my main survival world here. And so I went out in the end and tried to find this thing, and I wasn't even really able to. And I was like, okay, is it supposed to be like extremely rare? Because like I couldn't find any. And then like as I was trying to fly back to the main end island, just so I could just go do something else, I think it was, after I think I finally did get one of these things, one or two of them, then my elytra broke and I fell into the void and died and lost all my stuff. So I was faced with a dilemma of, do I do I keep the do I keep the world as I had it then, right, with all the newest stuff I'd built and all that, or do I go back to like wherever the last saving was, which was like a week earlier or a few days earlier, something like that, so that way I'd had all of my gear. So it's like, yeah, basically, do I keep everything that the few things I've built in that week, or do I keep my gear, and then just try to have to get the armor trims again? And I ended up going with getting my. I went back to the older copy, and where I had my gear, and then I just continued off of that. But yeah, it was really annoying, because like I've really almost like that was literally the only time that I've like had an elytra break in that way. Like I've had a few times where my elytras broke. I don't think I've ever had that happen on Java Edition. I've had it happen to me a few times on Bedrock, but it never caused me to die. So kind of a little bit of emotional sort of trauma there. But that aside, the armor trim itself, I kind of like it. I especially like the pattern here on the chest plate and the boots. Kind of reminds me of like chainmail armor. I think chainmail armor is pretty cool. I mean, again, it's not really like that great. You know, it's just sort of between, you know, leather and iron tier, but it's like a nice little thing you can get in the game that is sort of a rarity. It looks cool though. So this kind of reminds me of that. You can kind of get a similar effect. So I think I'm gonna put it in. Oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to drag the. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I didn't mean to drag that. Whoops. I think I'm gonna put it in the low-key good category. Then we have the last two here, which are what was it? Bolt and no, I got it backwards. Flow and Bolt. And these you get from the Trial Chambers, which was added in 1.21. So again, not really too long ago. That was in June of last year. I haven't really used these too much myself. Again, just because, like, you know, in most of my worlds, like, I'm not finding Trial Chambers and then trying to take the time to get these. But I think they look really cool. I really like the designs on here. I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would. I don't think I would do it as my main armor, but I think I would be pretty happy if I did have it, or it'd be like for good displays and whatnot. If you're trying to just use it, if you're just trying to put it on a bunch of armor and whatnot, I think it looks pretty cool. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Bolt. This is the other armor trim you get from that structure. It looks okay. I'm not really a fan of it particularly much. It's just not really my thing. So I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in the. Well, I'm gonna put it between here, just because, like, I'm not really too short, but it's not really that great. So this is the armor trims ranking, or I should say Minecraft armor trims ranking. Oh, I don't know. I didn't type that at first. Well, there you go. It's fixed now. So this is the final result of this ranking. So anyways, hopefully you appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you can see more notifications. So you can, for example, see when more of these ranking videos or any other things that I do come out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.